I'm celebrating two things: my visa getting approved and also surviving my first earthquake. So to celebrate, I am up here on the roof with this gorgeous view of the Andes, and I'm going to make a Pisco sour, which is a traditional Chilean cocktail. Let's get started. Juicing limes. Limey, lime, lime. I tried to record an explanation about the earthquake whilst I was juicing the limes, but the parakeets were just so loud. Seeing as the parakeets have finally stopped making so much noise, I guess I'll explain again now what I'm celebrating. Yesterday we had an earthquake in Santiago. It's my first ever earthquake. When I first arrived at work, we had this health and safety information session with slides. It basically said, in the eventuality of an earthquake, do not run screaming from the building. I did not run screaming from the building, but I also did not notice the earthquake. So I don't know if that really counts as being like a responsible adult in an earthquake. We'd had a fire drill and we were walking back up the stairs with all of the children, like 6 classes of children at the same time. And I did notice that it was loud, but like 6 classes of children in one echoey corridor is always loud. Oh, Hugo's come to help. Hi, Hugo. Look, here's my assistant. Okay, this isn't quite how I imagined it was gonna go, but I have now found the function for the bendy knife. Look how bendy the knife is. So it's actually pretty good for scraping the zest off.
Chile has loads of earthquakes and England doesn't. So it was a major event for me, but not so much for everyone around me. The architecture here is built to withstand massive earthquakes, so it's quite safe, definitely much safer than driving on a motorway. But Tuesday's earthquake was a 5.6 on the Richter scale and lasted for about 10 seconds, so it was actually quite a big earthquake. I didn't notice it until the last half a second or so it was over before I realised it had even started. I had imagined I'd make a video about earthquakes and try to film being in one, but I just don't think that's realistic. I think if I'd been sitting still, quiet somewhere, I'd probably have noticed it a bit sooner, but my life doesn't really involve very much sitting still and being quiet, so the chances aren't looking good for a video about earthquakes in the future.
I think it has a child-proof lid, but it appears to also be a grown-up-proof lid. Oh, this is going to take a long time.
Pisco sour is the drink in Chile. I've seen loads of people ordering it in restaurants everywhere I've eaten out, but I've also been offered it at Shabbat dinners and at a barbecue when I've eaten at other people's houses. It's Chile's national drink, but Peru also has a similar drink with the same name. The origins are fiercely debated, and both Chile and Peru claim to have the better version. Pisco itself is a kind of grape brandy which is made in wine regions. In Chile, you add limes, sugar and ice, and in Peru, the recipe also includes egg whites to make it frothy and syrup instead of sugar. I've never tried the Peruvian version, so I can't claim to know which one's better.
Oh my god, I'm making a mess with this. Look how sugary I am. This is harder than it looks. I watched loads of videos of other people doing this kind of thing, and they made it look easy, but it's really hard. Now, I think if you're the kind of person who owns a cocktail shaker, this is where you put it in the shaker. I'm not the kind of person who owns a cocktail shaker. I'm the kind of person who uses a sieve as a spoon. So let's see what happens. Oh, I have an idea for how to get the rest of the sugar out. I'm gonna pour some in here. Success all around, I think. Cheers. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the view from my roof. Like, I live here. This is insane. Lovely mountains over there. Some more mountains over there, and there's the sun setting. Somewhere over there is the ocean.